am a sinful man. My topic today is embrace the shift. And when I'm talking about this message is prophetic because God has positioned you to be able to shift into some things. And this conference is just the beginning of God speaking to you on things that he has already spoken to you about, but he's trying to get you to shift. And what happens is what you are struggling for and the things that you are tarrying for and the things that you are doing too much sweat equity for, because God has already told you what he wants to do in your life, but you're not willing to shift.
Amen. That's good. Amen.
When we look at what God does, when God sets you up for something, he is setting you up that he would prosper you. And what prosperity means is when you fulfill what God told you to do, you prosper.
Amen.
Right? Because not all of us are meant to be rolling in the millions because you can't budget your checkbook.
Amen.
So he's telling you to get your budget in order so he can position you to handle wealth. But because you won't see like God sees and listen, what happens? You're stuck in your poor state. How many of you God said you got to get your finances in order? He said, I want to position you for greatness, but you can't have the foundation of success. And that's the key. Because Peter was a what? What was Peter's occupation? A fisherman. What was Jesus' occupation? A carpenter. So you've got a carpenter telling a fisherman how to do his job. But there was something on Jesus' life that when Jesus did stuff, he did stuff that was outside of his natural job duties. But when Jesus said do something, Mary was like at the wedding of Cana, she was saying, listen, I don't care. He's like, it's not my time yet, mama. It's not my time yet, mama. And then mama was like, do whatever he says do. Because his mama knows. So how did his mama know? Because Jesus was doing multiple things in that house. They ain't never had to worry about the rent with Jesus. Where the money coming from? How I know he didn't have to worry about the rent with Jesus? Because what happened? They were like, it's time to pay the taxes, Jesus. And Jesus was like, let's go fishing. And what did he do? He picked up one fish. How many fish? How many fish? He had taxes, plural. But he picked up one fish. And it was enough, and he opened up the fish mouth, and there was enough of the gold in the mouth of the fish that it was able to pay taxes. What is God trying to do for you to position you for what he has to do? Because God is only responsible to provide provision for vision. Y'all like, give me the house, give me that car, give me that wish, and you ain't doing nothing with purpose. He said, wealth and riches are in my house, but you ain't doing nothing that's kingdom related, but you want all of his provision. I'm here. I'm not that prophet. I'm not that one that's going to tell you everybody in here is going to be rich. No, because if your riches are dependent upon how you are shifting. Because God is a steward, and he is a steward, and he's a hard steward. He wants to make sure you're managing your gift, your talents, and your ability. So say shift, Chris.
Shift, Chris.
You want to know how to shift? I'm going to teach you how to shift. Write this down. SHIFT. I love acronyms because it keeps me on track. The first word is you got to see like you've never saw before. You got to see like you never saw before because you're seeing the way that God sees. His ways are not our ways. He says what? He says eyes have not seen, nor ears have not heard, or what has it entered into the hearts of man, what God has in store for you. So when God is telling you something, he is telling you something because he sees not where you are. The reason why I am not freaking out because the guy that's in the president's right now is doing all the stuff that he's doing is because I saw where I was, because I've been following what God has told me to do, and I'm preparing. So when I'm in the midst of a famine situation, I'm not hungry. Why? Because I did what he told me to do. He saw this before we got here, and he made permission.